Um, Hello everybody, welcome to another video of Jonathan's Coaster Reviews. Now, I have recently visited Kings Island a few weeks ago. I'm going to rank all the coasters there, say my full thoughts on them. And this is a very surprising video. You guys are going to be very surprised with my opinion, because I'm going to have a lot of unpopular opinions over here, so just stay tuned. Stay tuned for the surprising, triggering, unpopular opinions. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. That's actually my signature sentence, and that's what I'm going to say every video. So, and oh, by the way, also I'm saying I've only ridden 14 because I was too tall to ride the Great Pumpkin Coaster, which is their kiddie coaster. But number 14 is Flying a Serial Chase. Yeah, this is a rough family coaster. I was on this, and there was this poor little girl getting her head beaten up against those restraints, and she was crying afterwards because it hurts. Yeah, this ride is rough. It hurts. There's a lot of headbanging. It's kind of unbearable. I don't know why they should allow this to be a family coaster. Like, they should switch this to something else, because this is hurting little kids. Now, there's going to be a little bit unpopular opinion is Adventure Express, but this ride was like, not great. It's not great compared to the other coasters in the park. It was a little jerky, and it was just boring. I didn't really feel anything. I didn't feel like I was on the ride except being jerked around. But I did like the last lift hill because of the good theming. But overall, it's just like, type of ride. And actually, here's one that surprised me a little bit. This is Woodstock Express. And this is supposed to be a kiddie wooden coaster. Or family wooden coaster, whatever people want to call it. But it kind of blew my expectations a little bit. That drop is very forceful. I got pretty good airtime on it. And all those drops after those turnarounds, I got very, very good airtime. And when I go on roller coasters, I normally get this feeling in my stomach towards the back. Like it's going up to my throat. And usually when I sit in back of coasters on drops, that's what happens to me. It's a really fun feeling. I got this a lot on this ride when I was sitting on the back. Although it is a little bumpy, I enjoyed the type of bumpy this ride is. Now I have another one I got disappointed by. This is Vortex. Now, this ride, the track profiling was smooth. I'm actually surprised how smooth the track was. But I don't know, it's just really weird that I still got a lot of bad headbanging. Like, this ride would have been probably higher in the list if I didn't get that much headbanging, but fortunately, I got really bad headbanging. It was kind of unbearable. But the track, I didn't feel the track being so rough, probably because I sat in car 5 row 1, so maybe that's the reason. Well, yeah, which car 5 row 1 is supposed to be the magic seat. But yeah, this ride has a lot of headbanging. That's why I'm ranking it so low. Wish I could have ranked it higher. And the really good things about this ride is those aero looper restraints are not too big. They don't lock on you so hard. So on that drop, I got really good airtime, and I got that stomach feeling a lot too. It's falling out of my seat on that drop. And also those double corkscrews, the train kind of goes through them in slow motion. So I got very good hang time then, but the headbanging just took it away, and that's why I'm ranking it so low. Number 10 starts with the surprising picks. This is the bat now. This ride was too short for me. Like, I know people might be like, who cares if it's short? It's a good ride overall, but another thing I like about rides is their length. If a ride is too short, I don't really get time to take it all in. And once I'm having fun, it'll just be over. So that's why it's like I'm kind of like, it's not worth it. It's short. And also, like, it was kind of rough a little bit, and I got some headbanging, which is a very unpopular opinion, but I did get headbanging. And that's why it ranks low. I didn't really find it to be as great as some people were saying, but it's still okay. Now, are you ready for the biggest surprise in the video? You guys are going to get so triggered. Trigger comes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep, you are seeing it. This is correct. It's Spangy. This real ride just didn't really do it for me. I sat in the second to front row, cause that's where I just ended up sitting. I don't know how. And this ride, it has a really big rattle. It is really rattly. Like, it was almost like pretty much to the point where it was like Rougarou type of rattly. And I just didn't really feel that much force. At one point I kind of forgot on this ride. I forgot I was on this ride. It was kind of boring for me. And it really, really disappointed me. I came on this ride for higher expectations too. I'm kind of surprised too that this ranked so low in my opinion. But yeah, I just didn't do it for me. The only like really memorable part was the slow motion roll. But overall, it was really rattly. Just rattled throughout the whole ride. That really, really, really took it away and actually made me cough because it was so rattly. But yeah, just didn't really do it for me. Number 8's in Vertigo. Yeah, this ride is really, really, really intense. I went on this. Yeah. When you're going backwards on this ride, oh my god, it is so intense. And I got no headbanging whatsoever, just surprisingly. The track was rough. Unlike Vortex, the track was rough, but I didn't get any headbanging, which is odd. And it was really fun. I grayed out when I was going backwards. It was really forceful and really fun ride. And number 7 is Firehawk. Kind of another surprise, maybe not. This is a really fun flying coaster. Unfortunately, there are other rides that I enjoyed better than this, but this is not a bad ride. I actually kind of enjoyed it. But like in the end, you're facing down. You get kind of like it's like you get this thing in your throat. It's a little uncomfortable. Can't really explain it because like you're laying down on your vest. It's just a little uncomfortable, but I enjoyed it at least. Number 6, the Racer. This exceeded my expectations too. I got some very, very, very good airtime. I sat on the second to back, because the back, I don't want to risk it. It's a wheel seat, so it could be rough. But I sat second to back, and then, those drops, I got such good stomach drop. That's what I like to call it. My stomach drop, whatever. And I got really good airtime, too. I was floating out of my seat. And those operators were really nice. One didn't even make me push it super far down. So it was like she let me give the amount of room that Comet and Hershey Park has. And all those drops, they're like playing with my stomach. It's really fun. Although it is bumpy, I enjoyed the type of bumpy that this ride has. I like the type of bumpy that this and Woodstock Express. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like being shooken around a little bit, as long as it's not too painful. The next one is one that really, really exceeded my expectation. I was expecting this to rank at 10, because people were saying it wasn't that intense. But actually, I got on. Oh my god. That launch, first of all, is super intense. Really, really intense. And then that triple Helix, I'm not sure if it's double or triple. Pretty sure it's triple. Was really intense. I grayed out on that. And I didn't regain my vision until the end of the drop. It was nuts. And the whole ride is just super intense and fun. And I got some airtime. And the theming is great too. And twist and turns indoor are really fun. Yeah, it really exceeded my expectations. Really fun ride. And here's another surprise. It's Diamondback, unfortunately. Yeah. I was also expecting this to rank at number 2. Or number 1, whatever. But not I don't know why I said that. It was really, really fun. I got a lot of airtime, a lot of really good floater airtime. But unfortunately, like Banshee, that rattle was very, very strong. It was kind of irritable. Not as bad as Banshee, but it was irritable. And this, unfortunately, kind of disappointed me. It wasn't the most re-rideable for me. I don't know how. And I really like the drop. I sat in the back. My stomach went up to my throat. Really, really strong, by the way. And that float airtime, you are floating out of your seat. It was really strong float airtime. And that splashdown was fun. And I got some ejector at that tiny, tiny uphill before the splashdown. After after that turn shown in the up right picture. But it wasn't as rideable for me because of that rattle. And also, there's a lot of other rides I found to be better than this, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Next is the Beast. Yeah, this exceeded my expectations too. I was coming in with very low expectations because a lot of people were saying it's overrated. But I really don't think it's overrated. I did the front row night ride. Oh, that blew me away. Like, being pulled in pure darkness with a little light in the sky and the trees covering you with a lot of wind is really fun. And that Helix in the end is amazing. I grayed out on that. And I like the kind of bumpy that this ride is. Like, it's a good kind of bumpy, in my opinion. If this ride wasn't bumpy, I don't think it would rank this high. Because I really enjoyed the bumpiness of this ride. A lot of people are saying it's rough. I don't think so. A lot of the GP in the park were saying, oh, that was coming off the ride, saying, oh, that was so bad, that was worse than Vortex. No, I don't think so. I think it's really, really fun. Really fun type of bumpy. And here's probably the biggest surprise of my trip. Flight of Fear. I was coming on this ride with very low expectations. And I sat like in the fourth row. And the first day I was there, and I was like, it was okay. Then I sat in the front. Oh my god, I was blown away. Like, that launch is super intense. And that Cobra roll after, oh my god, yeah. And this ride could get jerky, but I like the type of jerky this ride has. I like rough and jerky a little bit. Kind of like it. I don't know how. Very unpopular opinion. And I'm really a big fan of indoor roller coasters. I really like the indoor atmosphere in this ride. And also, towards that last turn and towards that last corkscrew in the end, I grayed out. And got some very surprising gray outs on this trip. I actually didn't expect to gray out on any of the rides, but I did. Yeah, this is really fun, and the lights just make it so much better, and I like the indoor atmosphere, and it was really fun and forceful. Really surprised me. But it's not number one. There's one ride I thought was better than this. It is Mystic Timbers. Yeah, this ride is insane. Like, that first drop is not insane, but there's another floater airtime hill over the lift hill. It's not ejector, it's floater. I've noticed it's kind of floater, more towards like floater airtime. I didn't really find that much strong ejector, but those twists and turns and fast pace are super intense. They are really intense. And those airtime hills, like, I got a little bit of ejector, like a mix between floater and ejector, and that trick track was super intense. I loved being thrown around. Twists and turns, airtime hills. It was really, really fun. This is definitely going to rank definitely in my top 10 best coasters I've ridden in. Not worst, best. And it's also glossy smooth for a wooden coaster. I didn't find any type of issue. I barely even felt the track. Like, it's smoother than all the B&Ms in the park. It's really smooth. So, yeah, that concludes my video. Feel free to comment your thoughts below. And stay tuned for another video.